Hello, we're here once again. Let's get right to it. It's been a long day. I've been staring at my screen the whole entire day because I've been working on other YouTube related stuff. So I'm dedicating at least 30 minutes to this. Let's get right to it. I went over my outline earlier, and there are sections I'm going to cut out because it's starting to feel a little bit too redundant. Like, this doesn't need to be as complex as I had initially had. Like, there's a lot of aspects that get transferred over to Artoria that Lily has, so we don't really need to regurgitate information that people already know. As usual, don't drink unless you're an adult. This is a weird Four Loko mixture. Okay, so let's see. From a narrative perspective, Lily is in a unique spot within the Nazuverse. She isn't just simply Artoria at a different point in her life. Lily, from a narrative point of view, represents possibility, such as starting off from a blank slate after obtaining Caliburn, someone who is brimming with hope and yet untouched by fate. Title drop. She represents a chapter of Artoria's life that hasn't faced the tragedy that came from becoming ruler, just as the machinations of Morgan Le Fay and the eventual battle to death with Mordred. While Artoria's role as ruler is up to the eyes of the beholder, Lily is a stark contrast to Artoria. Lily, in a sense, is hope untested, ideals unbroken, and potential unrealized. Her actions and experiences are more than personal growth. They serve as signs of what is yet to come. Unfortunately, this becomes bittersweet. Ugh. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Again, always proofread your stuff. Oh, I know what happened. It was because we were about to play Under Night. That's why I was kind of like rushing the little section. Okay, I'll fix that. But yeah, always proofread your stuff so crazy typos like that don't happen. Unfortunately, this becomes bittersweet. Because her path leads to her path will lead to Artoria. Which shows a contrast of what could be and what is going to eventually happen. Okay. Alright. But yeah, like I said earlier, there were certain sections of my outline that I actually am getting rid of because it was starting to sound redundant. Let's see. What do I want to do here? I'm going to add a little bit more to this little section. No, I don't think I need to. Yeah, we're going to add a little bit more here. Who's? Lily, in a sense, is hope untested, ideals unbroken, potential unrealized. Her actions and experiences are more than personal growth. They serve as signs of what is yet to come. Lily is aware. Lily is aware of the Lily is aware of the tension between. Oh, this is good. Oh, yeah. Fuck. No, let's make this its own little section. Okay. Lily is aware between personal aspirations and the responsibility that will eventually fall upon her. Okay. She begins to realize as she progresses, she begins to realize leadership personal fulfillment. I knew it. I missed. I'm thinking of something off topic. Just give me a moment here. I was thinking how this parallels Jean in a way. Yeah, there's kind of this. There's kind of a parallel there. It's just, yeah. At the end of it, when the smoke clears, they both die. That's the end all be all. My goodness, you generally just have to feel bad for Jean. Like, unbelievable. Hmm. Her actions. What's the fuck? Our words acting up. All right. Her actions from the outset. From the outset. Her actions from the outset are measured from expectations. Hmm. The problem is it's again, it's up to the eyes of the beholder. It's like did Saber well and Saber slash Tori do a bad job of Camelot? There was a lot of things that were happening that led to what happened to Camelot and Saber's eventual death. There was a lot of shenanigans happening. Besides Morgan Le Fay doing stuff, Mordred's rebellion, all that stuff. Like Saber just had it rough. And lo and behold, it's transferred over into Fate Zero, and depending on the route in Fate Stay Nights, like sure, like with the Fate route, it's good, I guess. Unlimited Blade works is whatever. In Heaven's Field, you get Salter, so Artorias slash Saber just has very bad luck if you really think about it. Which leads, which is bittersweet. It's not bittersweet. It's just tragic in the long run. Yeah, it's just tragic. Hmm. Lily is aware of the tension between personal aspirations and the responsibilities that will eventually fall upon her. As she progresses, she begins to realize that leadership is rarely compatible with personal fulfillment. Her actions from the outset are measured from the expectations of her future role as someone who is destined to lead Camelot. So, uh, what Lily wants personally gets pushed aside for what is best for the king or for Camelot. This tension. This tension can be seen as a push and pull. I want one thing, but no. This has to be this way. This tension can be seen as a constant push and pull. Frustration of knowing what she wishes to do. Which makes it tragic because, like, I want to do this. No, this has to be done. And that youthful optimism she has just goes away, and you get very not jaded, but you get Artoria later on in life. Frustration of knowing what she wishes to do versus what she must do. So, this yeah, it's kind of weird. Wait, it's weird. I have to write this in a certain way. The frustration of knowing what she wishes to do versus what she must do. Every compromise subtly every compromise feels as if it weighs on her, subtly shaping her character and understanding responsibility. All right, let's see what we have so far. So far, this is looking pretty good just from a visual point of view, but let's read this. Lily is aware of the tension between personal aspirations and the responsibilities that will eventually fall upon her. As she progresses, she begins to realize that leadership is really compatible with personal fulfillment. Her actions from the outset are measured from the expectations of her future role as someone who is destined to lead Camelot. What Lily wants personally gets pushed aside for what is best for Camelot. This tension can be seen as a constant push and pull. The frustration of knowing what she wishes to do versus what she must do. Every compromise feels as if it's a weight on her, as if it weighs on her, subtly shaping her character and understanding of responsibility. Okay, I gotta definitely put more shit on that one. Hmm. How do I want to go about this? This, in a sense, is an internal conflict. This, in a sense, is an internal conflict. Her her eventually coming to terms that her ideals and obligations may never be aligned. Hmm. I wonder what more can I put here. Ooh, I'm gonna do a funny. I'm gonna do a funny. I'm definitely gonna do a funny. Uh, this ongoing internal struggle Lily will eventually learn core principle that a core principle that will define. This is where I kind of shot myself in the foot because I have to make it. I have to write at the beginning of this whole little narrative. I shall be referring to Saber as Artoria. I have to. I have to make sure I put that up there because I was this close to writing Saber. Lily will eventually learn a core principle that defined Artoria. Okay, so that's what I have to do that. So let's see. I'll find a good spot to do it. For the purposes there we go. Again, this is it's an ongoing fun thing with Titan that stresses me the hell out at times where we have a lot of characters that either have the same name or different versions of said characters, so it's kind of hard to keep track of things. Such as Shikitono, Shikinania, the real Shikitono, or Ryogi Shiki, or the male Ryogi Shiki. I'm like, Titan Moon, please! But for the purpose of this, it's like, we don't have to talk about Salter, but differentiating between Lily, Saber, / Otoria, we have to do it, or else things will get out of hand super fast. Talking about Shikitono, and talking about any Shiki is annoying. Because there's so many of them. Alright, back to this. Alright, Lily will eventually learn a core principle that defined Artoria. Heroism requires sacrifice. Which she definitely does. I can actually fucking spell today. Hmm. But eventually, she will have to start making tough decisions. I haven't done my my usual daily shade toss at Mordred. Yeah, eventually she'll start having to make the tough decisions as she progresses in her life, such as cutting down her hunting down her rebellious, angsty teenage daughter. Oh my god, it was a very terrible, terrible, terrible scenario that whole little situation is. Why won't you notice me? And you don't really care about you. I'm just gonna kill you. Okay? Wow. There's my daily. Damn, Mordred really got screwed up. Jab. But she should start having to make the tough decisions as she progresses in her life. Oh shit. Okay, like a few more minutes because it's almost dinner time. I actually have to get back to. I have a video at the release tomorrow, so I got to go back to fighting very bad typos in my software system. I'm at the closed captioning section of it, so I had to painstakingly go over all the captions just to make sure they're grammatically correct. I might miss some, but that software is just terrible when it comes to closed captioning, so I need to actually get back on that. And later tonight, I'll do some more sprite animation. Tomorrow, we'll do more of this, and I'll see if I have to cut any more sections out, because again, we don't need to make this super duper complex. Eventually, she'll have to start making the tough decisions as she progresses her in life. Mm-hmm. There's more I can add here. Or eventually come to terms with her that her ideals and obligations may never be aligned. Hmm. I think actually might be good. Let's just can't end it the way it is right here. Hmm. I wonder what they put here. Let me read this again, and I'll see what I can how she end this with. Lily is aware. Lily is aware of the tension between personal aspirations and responsibilities that will eventually fall upon her. As she progresses, she begins to realize that leadership is rarely compatible with personal fulfillment. Her actions from the outset are measured from the expectations of her future role. As someone who is destined to lead Camelot, what Lily wants personally gets pushed aside for what is best for Camelot. This tension can be seen as a constant push and pull, the frustration of knowing what she wishes to do versus what she must do. Every compromise feels as if it weighs on her, subtly shaping her character and understanding of responsibility. This in a sense is an internal conflict. Her eventual I can't even speak right now. Yikes. Her eventually coming to terms with that her ideals and obligations may never be aligned, that duty and desire can never coexist. With this ongoing internal struggle, Lily will eventually learn the core principles that define Artoria. Heroism requires sacrifice. Eventually, she will have to start making decisions, start making the touch. Oh my god. Please proofread your stuff. But yes, always proofread. Like weird typos like that will always show up. That's the worst when actually dubbing this when I'm like, wow, I can't believe I actually missed that typo. Eventually she has to start making the tough decisions as she progresses in her life. Decisions that will I already I don't need to say I don't need to keep on like falling back to Artoria because we know Saber / Artoria really did have a pretty shitty outcome. Eventually, she has to start making the tough decisions as she progresses in her life. The decisions that brutality, such as killing your daughter. I'm sorry, I had to say it. Okay. All right, we did a good about 25 minutes worth of work today. Tomorrow we'll do some more work. I do have to release a video, so I gotta prioritize releasing that video. So I'm gonna be kind of busy. So good stuff. I cut a little bit of stuff out of this for the outline. We don't need to make this that complex. It's just another Saber phase, but just Lily was just a younger incarnation of Saber / Atoria before she becomes ruler. That's literally it. We don't really not that much to talk about. It's a very weird request for a Fate lore, but it's welcome. Anyways, I'll go over my outline again, see if we need to cut anything else. Besides that, we're about 60% done with this. Pretty soon we'll start getting ready to make a video for this. We'll be using Fate Limited codes as the footage, because getting Fate content over here is hard. So, fuck yeah, I used to play fighting games. I play Fate Limited codes, which ironically enough, I use Saber. So we'll just go with that. Anyways, good stuff. I'll see people tomorrow with some more of this. I'll see y'all later. Have a good rest of your evening. Good night.